saw some patio wood stove heaters for client comfort outside. Right here, the fluid and the lighters. It lives here, okay? It lives right here. Make sure you put it back. Supervisors are gonna learn how to work with these. Hey everybody. Supervisors at Taste Buds Cafe will be lighting and maintaining some new wood pellet stoves that we have on the patio and out on the front lawn. You're going to find the wood pellets in a garbage pail at the side of the building, covered and labeled. Make sure you put the cover back on when you take wood pellets out to fill the stoves. Okay, so over here we have hoppers on each side of the stove. These can be filled up. You can take a close look inside there. We can fill these all the way up to the top. Right now they're only half full because these are hopper extensions that we just put on. Okay, and then those pellets are going to fall down into the stove when we push these handles in. So you see this handle on the side here? We push that in, and then the pellets fall down inside. So what we're going to do to light this up is we're going to use the lighter fluid and put a little bit right on the pellets, like that. And then we're going to take the lighter and just light those, and you see it's starting to light up. Now the stoves will keep going and the pellets will keep dropping as long as these handles are pushed in. Think of it like a gas pedal. You push that in, it's going to keep feeding. If we pull this out, then it's going to stop. So see that one over there, I have part way pulled out.
Okay.
And what we do is basically just close the door. And right down here we have a controller. There's a plus and a minus side. This sticker will probably fall off, but it shows you that to the right is fast and to the left is closed down. So that'll give it less air. So I'm just gonna put it all the way to the right. I mean, if it's a day that's cold out, we're probably gonna want it as hot as it can be. So we'll go to the right, but we're gonna have to play around with this and see what's gonna be best. Now, the only other thing is you could have this all the way to the right and you could come out and check it periodically and it could be slowing down. And that's because the pellets burn, but they leave ash inside and you have to shake the ashes out. So what you do is you take this right here, when it's really hot, you'll use this and you can just put it in this little hole right here. And then you just shake this back and forth. And there's a little grate inside that's going up and down, or sorry, back and forth, I should say. And the ashes are falling into this little tray. So periodically we'll have to take this tray and dump it out, but please, at this point I think I'd like to experiment with that. I'm gonna probably make an ash bucket that we put those in because we don't wanna be putting them in the garbage and starting a fire. They could be hot coals. And I think we're probably gonna be emptying the ashes in the morning so that every day starts out with an empty drawer. We don't want to do them at the end of the day when it's potentially hot or there's some sparks in there. So I'm not really sure how much we're going to have to shake this, but we're just going to have to watch the stoves during the day, come out, give a little shake. This is going to live right under the front of the stove, so we have it handy. And as you can see in the window there, it's burning nice right now. And there should be no smoke coming out the top. A little bit of things that we did for safety is we mounted these to a paving brick, so it's very heavy, the stove's not going to move. And also we put these nice iron fences around so kids don't come up and touch this. I'm probably going to get some signs for this to warn people too, but I won't probably have that for our first weekend, which is coming up this weekend. The other thing I would say is that the stovepipe is actually, it can get hot. I feel it's getting warm already, but it's basically put together like a puzzle piece because this is made to be able to come apart easy and move somewhere else. We may take the one from the lawn and put it on the patio here when there's a lot of snow. When you're done lighting the stove, make sure you put the lighter fluid and the lighter back in the bucket under the POS so it's ready for the next person. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that the stoves are shut down. So we just did, and that's why it's smoking. Here's what we did. We just take this lever and we push it all the way to the left, and that suffocates it of air. And as you can see, it basically went out. Cool. Okay. And also, just to be safe, use the oven mitts because things are hot, and take this handle right here on both sides and pull it out. And that stops any more wood pellets from going down. There's a little stopper in there. Okay, and otherwise it's going to be a little warm, and it's just going to cool down and maybe smoke a little bit like that when it's out. We're actually going to light this one back up so that we see if it will help any customers this morning.
Cool.
When we do light the stove at the beginning of the day, we should make sure the hoppers are full, but it's also something we're going to learn at how fast the pellets are burning. It might be in the middle of the day. A supervisor will have to put some more pellets in the stove.
Okay.
So be careful and watch for messages from Mary or myself if there's any changes in this. And let's hope that this is a very inviting feature to taste buds, and people will enjoy having a little wood stove to sit by while they have their cappuccino, their salad, their sandwiches, and their wonderful desserts and chocolates. Thanks, everybody.